You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Sunday Watch, and we're reaching you live from our studio here in Ikeja, Lagos. If you want to join Lagos Television through its programming, all you need to do is to download your LTV app or join all our social media platforms there, and then you get to watch all our programs across the globe. I said earlier that we have an erudite Islamic cleric. He is here seated now, and I want to welcome him honorably, respectfully to the program. You're most welcome, sir. Sheikh Abdulrahman Adangba. It's a pleasure having you on the show.
Yes, it's a pleasure having me. And it's a pleasure for me, you having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Happy Sunday, sir.
Yes, thank you for the honor you've done us. You know,
So
time.
it's my pleasure doing that.
Time and over. Now, it's the last 10 days in the month of Ramadan. First, let's look at it this way, because I will never stop asking myself this question. What makes the month a holy one? And what is so sacred about it?
The month is made
In the lunar calendar.
yeah, the month is made and holy one by the creator of the universe. So he chooses it, that this is going to be the month. This is the way I want you to align yourself with the month and the people therein and the activities. This is what I want. So he has told us that on the lunar planet, which is it also has 12 months as this Gregorian calendar. And I always say that people do make a mistake of counting. They will tell you the solar calendar is 365 days, the lunar calendar is 355 days. And I always say it's all a global 366 days. Because the angle of the circumference is 360, the world is spherical, the earth is spherical, the moon is spherical, the stars, everything are spherical. So, and they roll on an orbit. So they must be on that accurate angle of 360. So if the Gregorian counts because of its extension, 365, and the lunar counts because of its de-extension of 355, take the 5 from 360, add it to 355, it gives you the same circular 360. So they add the moon and the sun goes on the same spherical thing. So, and God has chosen it in the lunar calendar that is going to be the 9th month, and that month is named Ramadan. And he gave it a concise, precise order that this is the way you must do within the same month.
Okay. For this period, what then should be the guiding principles for the believer?
Yeah.
Let me take it one after another.
The guiding principle for the believer is why the month came. Why is the month?
Okay.
The month, this whole month, is the month that Allah revealed the Quran, the universal constitution, the unique laws of existence. It is in this month. So it has not changed since it has been revealed. It will never change to the end of the world. So the activities, acts, and deeds therein are stipulated in this regimentation. Then you must follow it. Then there are rudiments for how to follow it.
Yeah.
Because in every law there is a bylaw. So when you have the real laws, then you have the bylaws. Then, because it is revealed in the same month, Allah gave the month a favor that, okay, come and meet me in the month. But you should prepare yourself. And how do you prepare yourself?
Exactly.
You should fast. So, you see, when you abstain from iniquities, iniquities as in the physical iniquities, iniquities as in the spiritual iniquities, iniquities as in the personal iniquities, and you become very, very, very clean and pure.
And light.
And Allah is lighter, is purer, is everything. He wants to meet him. He wants you to talk to him. We have a saying in the Quran that says Prophet Moses used to talk directly to God. Amongst all the prophets, he has that favor that he talks directly to God. But God was telling him in the saying in Islam that between Moses and God, while he was talking directly to him, there are 70,000 veils. But within the fasting human being, between him and God, there is no veil. Talk to him directly and he hears you.
Okay. All right. God hears you. So those are what is expected
Yeah.
of a believer.
So just follow the Quran.
Okay.
Follow, because in the verses, there are 4 verses revealed for
This period.
especially for this period. There are 4 verses, and you find the benefits of those of the Ramadan in the end of the verses. The first one says, "In kuntum la'allakum tattaqun," so that you guys will be respectful and pious. The second one says, "In kuntum ta'lamun," so that ye guys will go and seek knowledge of how to exist by yourself, how to exist with others, how to do with God, for you to have peace. So that when you can see it now, there is peace all over. So and when there is peace, there is security.
Yes.
When there is no peace, there is insecurity. So that's number 2. You learn how to dwell in the next 11 months. It's a pity that when people leave the Ramadan, they start the nonsense again. Don't know how to live in the next 11 months. Number 3, so that you can give thanks. Because you can feel it. If you're fasting accurately and adequately, the way Allah says you should fast, you will have seen that a lot of things in your body is rejuvenating. So your systems will rejuvenate, because the best drug in the whole world, agreed by all scientists, is abstinence. And it's abstinence we're doing here. Abstinence in the way you eat, abstinence in the way you talk, abstinence in the way you move, abstinence in the way you do everything. Even in relationship, there is abstinence. And number 4 is because you become closer and guided. So those 4 things are why the month is here. And those 4 things are what the Quran brought. And those 4 things will lead you to other things that will make you live very well the way you want.
Okay, my own question now is, how come it's a beautiful one? It's all-encompassing. The benefits inherent are just so numerous.
So numerous.
Then why do we, even at the stage, as individuals, as families, as a nation, do we have these precepts erode us as a people immediately after the season is over?
Yes, you see, the mother of all vices is ignorance. And the wife of ignorance is greed. So when you combine the husband, ignorance, and the wife, greed, and you enter into it, what becomes of you? So now we have learned in the month of Ramadan, what will lead us back into those vices that we were used to is becoming greedy again, to go back to what we have abstained from. So therefore, this is our problem. He has given us this guide. He has given us the wherewithal. He has given us the knowledge. So he has now told us that those things that I gave you in the 1 month, use it for your 11 months. Who would be at peace? Is it God?
It's human.
No, it's a human. So why don't we do it? Just because we want to go back to our vomits. That's why we do such things. And it is because we are ignorant and we are greedy.
Ignorance and greed.
Ignorance and greed. Although you see people classify greed as the first son of ignorance. No, it's not. Ignorance itself is the husband.
It's the husband.
Greed is the wife.
So they are both husband and wife.
Yeah, husband
going
and wife.
hand
So
in hand.
immediately you merge the two together, expect no goodness. So that's the essence. So you see people going back, and you see them, if you now go back to those negative things, definitely you are going back to the result of the negative things. So if we have the result of the positive thing in 1 month, and we'll see it, and yet we will not still learn our lessons, then who is to blame?
So every individual should face reality.
Reality. So, and you can see that it is the same time the Muslims are fasting this year, which will never come again until 27 years. It will not come again until another 27 years. You could see how calm our situation is. So if it is like that, then it's not that we should be fasting throughout the year, but can we imbibe the lessons we obtain from that fasting and do away with all negative things and enjoy our lives?
And enjoy our lives.
And enjoy our lives. So we want life, but we don't want to give life what it takes. So we are not going to go anywhere.
Oh, so we should give life
what it takes.
It requires.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in recent months, let me quickly digress a little before we'll come back to the remaining, 10 days. In recent months, what flooded the social media. It's glaring that you say trust was what I would say taken away, especially from the believers community. A lot of people will tell you, say, look, even if you want to see that individual, make sure you have an eyewitness, because of the so many atrocities that, got people, people got themselves engaged in the name of religion. Just as you said, people should naturally stay put, given the benefits of this season. Why do we still have, let me give an instance now, a very, very common and popular one, the issue of human, usage of so many things. Why should we get to that, ugly height in the name of religion? Should it, get to that point? All in the name of, trying to, acquire wealth now.
Talking about ritual killing.
Yes, I'm being careful.
No. It happens.
It's in the air.
So, what is the religion doing to address this? That's why at the initial stage I said, see, look, there is a lot of sanity in the air now. The moment, in fact, it's like almost a minute after everyone has, had the
Done the
time.
iftar.
Yeah, the iftar. We go back almost immediately. Should we continue to condone such in our society?
Let me tell you one thing. And I'm going to bring you through a part that you understand.
Okay.
In the Nigerian Constitution, there are regimentations.
Yeah.
These are laws that guide you.
Yes.
When you go against it, you're punished. There are lawmakers. There are law enforcers. Can you differentiate them now? No.
You can.
No, they are all in the line of breed. You can. So when lawmakers and law enforcers are not working duly as they should, what do you expect for the law? It's dead. So religion is just a path to a law and a name. Now, when you say, I'm happy you said in the name of religion, not because of religion.
No.
It is in the name of religion.
Yes.
So I know you know that religion has no tribe, it has no clan, it has no whatever, it has nothing, it has no culture. Religion is religion. But crime has no father, no mother, no tribe, no. So crime is crime. A criminal is a criminal. So if you now attach the criminal to the act of crime, and you now say, what is his name? He's a Muslim. Then you are getting it wrong. So first align the person with the first religion of mankind, which is humanity. So religions came to show us how to deal with people who are criminals. But we close our eyes away from the criminality aspect of religion, how to deal with it. We say it is barbaric. We say it is inhuman. What is now happening? If we adhere strictly to the part of what we should do to criminals, then it means religion will stand in for us. But we close door. We close the religion. We put the religion in a room and close the door, and we act in our own way, and we leave it. But let me tell you, religion says when you kill, you must be killed. So how many have killed and they were left unkilled? You say it's corporal punishment. It's not in our modern days, but in our modern days we're allowed to kill. You can just see it. People are arrested for maltreatment, for killing. They were kept in prisons, and they are now coming out to say they become men of God. So who are the men of God? Underline that. Who are the men of God? So those who are to be the men of God are even the culprits in these acts. What led us to it? God warned in the Quran that don't engage in any competition. Engage in complementations. So we compete. We don't complement ourselves. So, but if we don't complement ourselves, definitely competition will win you. That is just the essence. So developed countries want to compete with non-developed countries. Then in our country, some people are just there to make the money. There is the zakat. The zakat in Islam and sadaqah will tell you how to disburse your money. So don't hoard it. But some people are ready to hoard it. They make more money. And some will be saying, then, how do they make the money? How would I make the money? Okay, let him make the money. Let me go in the night and kill him and collect his money. So what we did is hoarding. That's another greed. That's another ignorance. So there is a verse in the Quran chapter 36 now that I don't remember the verse that says, "Inna aradna al-amanata ala samawat." We gave the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains. The heavens, the earth, the mountains dodged it and said, "Oh Allah, we can't take your trust." Wahamala al-insan. Then the human being came out and said, "Bring it, I will take it." Innahu kana zaluman jahula, because he's a very ignorant person, is a mischief committing human, and he doesn't even know how heavy a trust is. So husband and wife lost trust, families lost trust in themselves, and everybody do it his own way. So when there is greed, then there will be ignorance, the husband, and both of them will dwell on you, and they turn you to another thing.
Thank you.
A tool of destruction.
Thank you very much for that explanation. Really deep. And for everyone, you know, we have so many to pick from. I have a lot that I picked from. It's about the individual. It's about what you believe, and it's about justice. We should not close our eyes to justice when we find ourselves in such a situation. We should say the truth.
Yeah, at all times.
At all times. Now, well, the situation in the country, regardless, we are in a period of fasting. And I know the mothers in the families, I know the children in the families, you know, we are all warming. I said we now because we are warming up, you know, towards the end of the fast. As we prepare for that period.
Why are you happy that the end is coming? Why are you not happy that we need to continue so that we can continue to have peace?
You said it
So
earlier.
no. You have also said it. Like, why do we want to get out immediately? Just get out so that we can be free. We are looking for a freedom that we don't deserve.
No. But I know that freedom, if truly you know, worked according to the precepts of the Almighty Allah, will be a one that will soothe you when it comes. Because you waited, you patiently, you know, to go through the period. And I want you to, you know, go through for us step by step those expectations for us during this last period. It's about 6-7 days now before it will lapse. What should we do as believers, as Muslim Ummah, in expectation of the Eid? And on that day, what should we do?
You see, a good student is a student that never repeats a class. So, and that child must have been learning from the beginning of the term.
Yes. Otherwise,
so when exam comes, it will pass it.
Yes.
So the exam is coming on the last day. How much of accumulation and acquisition of knowledge have you attained there? How much of the spirit and aura of the fast have you imbibed? So how do you represent yourself to yourself, not to others?
Not others.
Represent yourself to yourself that I have my peace.
That.
How do I represent myself to myself? Because what you don't have, you can't give. So then what should we have now? We should go away from all vices like greed, the husband and the wife. And the ignorance, the husband. We should do away from it, and we'll have that freedom that we deserve. That's about that. So then Muslims and non-Muslims also should understand that if you really want Allah to accept your ibadah, your worship, all you need to do for you to know He has accepted it is that you will continue on that trend. You are not going to change. So if you change, it means all you have done has not worked. You are just a mischiever, a liar, a deceiver, and you cannot deceive him. You are deceiving yourself.
Yes.
So, and on the day of Eid, we should remember that hadith of the Holy Prophet that says, "Do not offend Do not sin against yourself in the sight of Allah on the day of Eid. Because if you do, it's like you have sinned against the God that created you on the day of judgment, the ultimate day. The last day for you to know either you're going right or you're going left. So do not. So if you don't do it again, as it is easier for you to go by your business now, you're not doing anything, it will be easier for you then to go back to your business without any havoc. So this is what we need exactly. So it is 10 days. You should revisit and reread your book that you have been reading for the past 23 days.
Yes.
Then you now know, where am I? Am I going to pass at the end or am I going to fail? So if I fail, what happens? If I pass, what happens? You are the judge in your own court. Just judge yourself.
How long so in a minute?
Judge yourself, you go.
Judge yourself.
Judge yourself.
You are the judge in your court.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Ẹni ńlá funfun báláwú wọn la kàwé òsí o. Kí la fẹ́ fi wé yín? Ẹ ti ń bẹ ẹ mọ̀ bẹ náà ni. A dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ ní àárọ̀ yìí ní ògbẹ̀yìn tí ẹ̀ ń wò wá. Nítorí ẹ̀fà yé lẹ̀ ni àìmọye tó pọ̀. Ẹ bá gbé ẹ̀yìn fóònù yín dání ẹ mọ̀ wo ètò míì bó bá ṣe wù yín. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni pé iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó náà ni ẹ wò. Nígbà tí sọ fún yín pé bàbá wa ń bọ̀ lónìí, bàbá wa Sheikh bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Abdulrahman Adangba àwọn náà wọ́n wà ní ìkàlẹ̀ ẹ̀ka àròsà. Ẹ bá ń káwọn èèyàn wá lórí wọ́n ti gbádùn yín ní Gẹ̀ẹ́sì o. Wọ́n ti ń retí Yorùbá wọn o.
Ẹ kú akóǹgbẹ tí bá ní ẹ kú òǹgbẹ èmi náà wà náà akóǹgbẹ Ọlọ́run kó gbà lọ́wọ́ wa kò sáàmì ń bẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa ni.
Ká ṣe dáadáa ká mọ̀ wulẹ̀ sàmì.
àmì wò ṣe dáadáa bá ṣe dáadáa ó bá ń bẹ̀.
Yóò bá ń bẹ̀ tọ́tán. Ẹ gbọ́ wọn ní àmì wọn ní ẹ tọ́jú ẹ̀ sápò ká mọ̀ ṣe eré òun náà ni n tó dáa. Abádébì kan báyìí wọn láti bá dójú ẹ̀ ọkọ̀jọ́ mẹ́wàá ààrẹ tán ojú ta jọ̀sán ìwọ ìyàwó tó ń kùn tẹ́ pé kíkùn ni wọ́n fi ń dáná kò tiẹ̀ tọkàn ẹ wá yóò pè ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù ní wọ́n bá sì ń bọ̀ lọ́jà sáàmọ̀rún gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ mọ́ra wọn àtàwọn tó yẹ pé ó ti rọ àti tí ò tiẹ̀ dájá kó pọ̀ wọ́n ní ṣe dáadáa ṣó ti rí wọ́n nínú kóòtù ara rẹ̀ náà ló ti dá ara rẹ̀ lẹ́jọ́ kò sọ̀rọ̀ o kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ rárá.
Yorùbá ti parí òwe Yorùbá ní bó o ṣe eré ó bá ń bẹ̀ bó o dẹ̀ ṣe eré náà ó tún bá ń bẹ̀.
Èyí ni o olóbèmí lẹ́rù ńgbà tí bàbá sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ẹ̀rù bà mí ara mi sì gbọ̀n pé pé kóòtù kan tún wà tó jẹ́ pàwà fúnra ara wa kọ́kọ́ dára ẹ lẹ́jọ́ náà kó tó wá lọ fèsì ẹ̀ á fèsì ẹ̀ gbogbo wa náà ni. adúgbò bàbá wa ẹ káàárọ̀ sálẹ̀ kan sí.
ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ mà.
à ń gbàgbọ́ náà ó ti kú àbí.
ìjọ méje
ẹlẹ́fẹ́
ìjọ méje tó bá pé
ọlọ́jọ́ méje ló
ìjọ mẹ́fà tí ò bá pé
ọjọ́ mẹ́fà tí ọ̀tán lọ́ba tán. ìmọ̀lẹ́ wa bá dé sà ẹni jọyìn wà ẹ mọ àwọn mi ò tiẹ̀ náà bá wa gbà rárá láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣé tó bá mú láti sin nǹkan ara ẹ̀ náà.
Ọlọ́run ní màá fún ẹ lọ́jọ́ mẹ́wàá ọjọ́ mẹ́wàá yìí kó o fi ṣe ní tó yẹ kó o ṣe o wá ń sùn títí lọ́jọ́ mẹ́sàn-án o wá jí Ọlọ́run á ní gbogbo ẹ tó bá ti lọ́jọ́ mẹ́wàá yìí màá fún ẹ ní 100 ràkúnmí o wá jí ní ọjọ́ kẹsàn-án wá ní mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ o wá parí ọjọ́ kan 100 ràkúnmí ló gbà bẹ́yọ̀ kan. Àníṣe ìwọ ló máa dájọ́ fúnra ẹ̀.
Fúnra ẹ̀ ni ó dájú ẹ̀ kóòtù eléyìí ju ta ṣe pa lọ. Adúpẹ́ kóòtù Ọlọ́run ni eléyìí tí àwa yìí àbáwá ẹ̀sùn gan ni Ọlọ́run túbọ̀ lọ́ra ẹ̀mí yín fún wa yóò lọ́ra ẹ̀mí àwọn èèyàn wa náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwa náà lọ́run lọ́ra ẹ̀mí wa kájà ṣe dáadáa náà ni ṣùgbọ́n kinní kan ni mo fẹ́ bèèrè torí ẹlòmíì ó kàn ṣe ń ṣe ní tàbí ṣùgbọ́n kò tiẹ̀ mọ tí ń gbààwẹ̀ ńlé lórí ẹnì ṣáà ń gbààwẹ̀ wọ́n ṣàtẹ̀ ní àgbà náà ni ngbà wọn bí wa wọn gbà nulẹ̀ wa èmi náà sì tún ti dẹ ní ara mi mò ń gbà ngbà mo tún bímọ ní káwọn ọmọ sáà mọ gbà á sì láwọn ọmọ kí la fẹ́ fi kọ́ wọn pé kí tiẹ̀ ni à ń gba àwẹ̀ Ramadan kí là ń gbà lé lórí kí là ń gbà fún ṣé Ọlọ́run ti ní àmọ́ gbà káwọn gbà náà ni tábà wà gbà sà àwọn àǹfààní wo ní ṣísẹ̀ntẹ̀lé òní a máa rí wọn wò yín báyìí o torí ẹni yín náà ti fẹ́ gbọ́ pé àti ẹ̀ gbọ́ kí bàbá ó sọ pé ajá ń gbà ṣá.
ẹ mọ̀ pé ṣe rí Ọlọ́run ọba tí kò sírú ẹ̀ ni.
kò lákàwé kò láfijọ́.
níjọ́ tó ń dá wa ló ti fi oore sí wa lára.
oore ara wà lára.
oore kan tó dẹ̀ fún wa náà lọ́pọlọ tó fún wa. ìdọ̀tí ni o mímọ́ ni o ìdọ̀tí yìí ó máa kó bá ẹ o mímọ́ yìí ó máa tún ẹ ṣe o mú kan tó bá wù ẹ́ kò jẹ́ wá ń pa mú kan tó bá wù ẹ́ so ó wá nígbà tó wá tún máa ṣàlàyé ó wá ní nǹkan mẹ́rin lèèyàn nídìí nígbà ìsí ayé ẹ̀ nǹkan mẹ́rin ó wà lára kágbàwẹ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀rí àkọ́kọ́ òun ni pé jẹ́ ẹni tí ń fọ̀rọ̀ rora ẹ wò kó o tó ṣe bí.
nínú àwẹ̀ láti rí.
nínú àwẹ̀ àkọ́kọ́ tá a kọ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn ìwọ náà mọ̀ wò pé ṣé bébí ṣe máa ń pa àwọn èèyàn ni. tí o bá rẹ̀ ní tó ní nítorí Ọlọ́run ebi ń pa mí fún mi lóúnjẹ ó ní káwọ́ kò.
tó bá ní.
tó bá rí pé ọba kan ló ní ká máa gbààwẹ̀ kò fọlọ́pàá ṣọ́ wa kò fi nǹkan kan ṣọ́ wa a dẹ̀ ń ṣe nínú kọ̀rọ̀ àti gbangba àṣé tí n bá ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa aṣọ́ba yìí rí mi ó di mélòó ó di méjì ẹ̀kẹta ni wípé ókè tọ́ba kan bá wà tó bá ní ká gbààwẹ̀ tá a rò pé tá a bá jẹun àkú tá a rò pé tá a bá mumi àkú àtún fresh sí ni kí ni ọba yìí fẹ́ lò kí wọ́n gan wà fúnra ẹ̀ la'allakum tattaqun bóyá ẹ̀jẹ̀ ní ìpayà pé èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ tọwọ́ mi sunkún number 1 ni
ẹ̀jẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ yí mi lọ́wọ́
ẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ yí mi lọ́wọ́ àti wàá pé yẹn kalẹ̀ wá sórí ẹ̀dá lápàtà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ó sọ fún ẹ pé bó o bá ti gbà àwẹ̀ yìí tó yọ Ọlọ́run fún Ọlọ́run tó yọ ti èṣù tó ẹ̀ níráyè lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ tó ti wá ṣe ní tó yẹ kó o ṣe fúnra ẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan yẹn fẹ́ lòmíì náà àmọ́ o má jókòó tẹ̀tẹ̀rẹ̀ o lọ wá mímọ̀ nípa bó ṣe fẹ́ ráyè ẹ lò ó.
wá mímọ̀ bó ṣe ráyè lò bàbá wa ṣàlàyé.
wá orí ṣẹ́rí inú àwẹ̀ ẹ rí pé ẹ mọ̀ gbọ́ tẹ̀sí ẹ mọ̀ so Kùránì tó ń sọ̀kalẹ̀ inú àwẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo bá a ṣe fẹ́ lo ayé wa pátá òun ló wà nú ẹ̀ ayé ọ̀sán ni o ayé òru ni o ayé ọkọ ni o ayé aya ni o ayé ọmọ ni o ayé ọ̀rẹ́ ni o ayé alábàágbé ni o ayé gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ lò wà á rí nínú ẹ̀kọ́ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́ torí ànábì sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ó dé ó sọ fún wa pé ìwà mẹ́wàá ni ẹ̀ṣọ́ wà ìwà mẹ́wàá ni ẹ̀ṣọ́ wà àkọ́kọ́ òun ni kò ní òdodo máa sòdodo trust ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì máa pé àdéhùn tí wọ́n bá ṣàdéhùn fún ẹ tó wọ́n bá pé ó máa dùn ẹ́ má ṣàdéhùn fún ẹ tó ní pé.
àlùkáwà ní ẹrù Ọlọ́run ni.
ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta máa foore sun oore máa dúpẹ́ oore.
mọ yàbára mú oore.
ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin mọ ipò ẹ nínú ayé tó bá jẹ́ bàbá ṣe bí bàbá tó bá jẹ́ ìyá ṣe bí ìyá tó bá jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ṣe bí ẹ̀gbọ́n tó bá jẹ́ àbúrò ṣe bí àbúrò lọ kọ́ gbogbo àwọn nǹkan téèyàn máa fi ń bá yẹn ṣe administration management lọ kọ́ ẹlẹ́ẹ̀karùn-ún máa jẹ́ alábàágbé eré tí nǹkan bá ṣe kí gbogbo èèyàn lè jó tiẹ̀ kán ṣùgbà ó kí wọ́n náà tí nǹkan bá ṣe èèyàn ṣùgbà gbàǹbà mo yóò èmi mọ kẹ́nikẹ́ni kankan kì í ṣe ìwà èèyàn téèyàn bá mú ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ọ̀tún báyìí tó bá fi ba ara ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ kò ní gbádùn àmọ́ kó bá bẹ ẹlòmíì lọ́wọ́ ara ẹ̀ ó balẹ̀ inú ẹ̀ ó dùn àrí pé inú ẹ̀ dùn àṣé pé ọwọ́ tiẹ̀ ìwọ kọ́ ló ní ẹlòmíì ló ní lóore torí òfẹ́ kún lo tí wọ́n ń bi fún wọn náà jálábàgbé eré ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹfà téèyàn bá sunkún wálé ẹ̀ má jẹ́ ó sunkún jáde Igasatul Marhub ẹni bá sunkún wálé ẹ̀ má jẹ́ ó sunkún jáde èèyàn má jẹ́ ó sunkún jáde ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì bó ti léwu kó kéré mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní fún mi 10,000 tó ní kó wá pé kó ní sórí ní 10,000 yìí àmọ́ mo ní 2,000 já pín gba 1 kémi náà gba 1 fi ràn tó bá kàn nísìnyí ó tún padà rí yòókù náà ṣe tó bá yá ó wá ní tó bá tẹ̀ wá parí kígé tó wá tẹ̀ wá ní nǹkan kan wá ṣàdúrà fún pé Ọlọ́run tó mú tó dá ọ láàmú ìwà yìí á mú kúrò fún ẹ ọ̀nà àrà tó fi rí ṣe Ọlọ́run á ṣe fún ẹ àdúrà yẹn ó máa tutù ẹ̀mí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀keje ó ní téèyàn bá ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ sanwó fún
mọ́jọ́gun alágbàṣe ọgbẹ́
mọ́ sì san tó lè gbà
mọ́ san tó lè gbà
mọ́ san
ọmọkùnrin báyìí o
ọmọ èèyàn wàá lọ gba ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ gbogbo ẹni tó ń gba ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ ibi tágbà kò wà ní mo sọ níjọ́ tí mo wá sí rédíò tí mo sọ mbẹ pé tẹ́ ẹ bá gbọ́ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ ṣe wọ́n bí ọmọ yín èèyàn kan ló bá wọn náà wọn ò fẹ́ kí kádàrá àwọn rí báyìí tó bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan kan wàá bí pé mo fẹ́ gbẹ̀ lọ́mọdọ̀ kí ló tó fi ń ṣọmọdọ̀ mo fẹ́ kàwé ni ó dáa máa ṣọmọdọ̀ báwọn tó ní sọ̀rọ̀ pé ṣé ẹ lè fọmọ yín lẹ̀ kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ mi máa máa fún yín yé báyìí kó máa jẹ́ pé owó iṣẹ́ máa máa fún yín bóyá 50,000 bóyá 30,000 máa máa fún yín àmọ́ ẹ fọmọ yín lẹ̀ wá ràn pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ kó má sálà láàrin wọn mẹ́ni tọ́lọ́run kò rí ire mọ́ mẹ́ni tọ́lọ́run kò rí ire mọ́ so ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹjọ nínú ẹ̀ ó ní òun ni pé máa sùn tẹ́tẹ́rẹ́ pé yóò ṣe rẹ̀ èèyàn máa lákin ni lákin pé mo fẹ́ dìde kí n lọ ṣe nǹkan mo fẹ́ jẹ́yàn àmọ́ kì í ṣe pé wàá jẹ èèyàn kó o tó jẹ èèyàn.
ìsọkúsọ gbáà ni bàbá wa Olúmọ̀kọ́ta.
kì í ṣe pé wàá kẹ́yìn sọ́lọ́run kó o ní jẹ èèyàn kó o tó jẹ èèyàn.
mo ti ń dúró ní kẹ́ ẹ sọ o àwọn tó wà wájú wọn ti ń sọ o.
báwo la ṣe máa jẹ èèyàn.
àwọn àfa àgbà kò kan àfa àgbà.
wọn yẹ ṣàfà torí pé ẹ̀dá wọn mọ̀ ni.
torí àwọn náà ti ń sọ wọn ní kò sí tó burú ń bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ gbọ́ ọlọ́run ṣàlàyé àfà fún wa ọlọ́run ṣàlàyé ẹni tí ń jẹ́ àfà fún wa nǹkan mẹ́fà lórí pé ẹni tí ń jẹ́ àfà láfà.
orí ìkẹjọ la wà
lórí ìkẹjọ
kẹsàn-án. màá bá yín yà síbẹ̀ yẹn so nǹkan mẹ́fà lèèyàn máa fi ń jẹ́ àfà tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti rí mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ̀fà yìí ẹ má wo agbádá tó wọ̀ ẹ má wo láwàní tó wé ẹ má wo tẹ̀sùbá tó kó sọ́rùn ẹ má wo iye ọmọ kéwú tó tẹ̀lé tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti rí mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ̀fà yẹn ẹ tètè jìnnà sí i.
sá fún.
ọlọ́run dídí sọ fún anabi Muhammad ni ó pè é pé ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá bàjẹ́ tá bá ní nǹkan bàjẹ́ á rí ètò dà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ok tá bá ní gbogbo àwọn àfáà bàjẹ́ èwo làáfà tó tiẹ̀ dá gan ọlọ́run á ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ pé yá ayọ́ al-mudathiru ó pe ànábì lórúkọ mudathiru yẹn pé ìwọ tó ń sọ pé kó ń daṣọ bò mí ìwọ tó já mọ́ nǹkan kan kí n tó sọ ẹ́ déèyàn tó ń pera rẹ̀ láàfà ṣèbí o lọ kọ́ ni wọ́n fi ń pè ọ́ láàfà ẹ̀ tẹ̀ wàá mọ ibi tó kàdé ọmọ mi mo ti kúrò nílé kíw láti bí 40 ọdún ó lé àwọn kan máa jáde ń sìn tí n bá dòde tí n bá waṣọ tó máa ṣe pé àwọn lẹ́ẹ̀pọ̀nlé ẹ̀ ní pẹ̀lú ó dìgbà tẹ bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá gbọ́ ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ nù so tẹ bá ọlọ́run wá pè pé kóńfà anzir àkọ́kọ́ dúró déédéé ẹni tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ tẹ̀lé iṣẹ́ ti test ẹ̀ ṣó dúró déédéé àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní steadfastness number 1 àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní kíni o
steadfastness
number 1 kóńfà anzir wa rabbaka fakabbir jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa yìn ọlọ́run lára ẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ àrí lára àfà pé tẹ bá rí ẹ máa wo ọlọ́run
lára ìdílé ẹ̀.
òun gangan
fúnra rẹ̀ gangan.
ṣó ṣe é pè léyìn ọlọ́run.
tó ṣe é dúró tì.
pé kẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ mọ́ ti dúró tí kẹ́ ẹ mọ́ wo báyìí pé ṣé lè jọ ẹni ọlọ́run.
ẹni ọlọ́run rè lọ́ọ̀kan.
ẹ ti ń sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ ẹ jẹ èèyàn kẹ́ ẹ tó jù kì í ṣe ẹni ọlọ́run.
wọ́n sùn tẹ́tẹ́ wọ́n ṣe kí wọ́n náà sáré.
ọ̀tá ń bẹ lóòótọ́ gbogbo àwọn tán wá jíṣẹ́ yìí náà ọ̀tá bẹ fún wọn. bet kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹsàn òun ni gbára lọ́lọ́run.
lọ́kàn lọ́lọ́run rẹ.
ẹni tí ò bá lè mú ọ là ẹni tí ó daṣọ fún ni tọrùn ẹ̀ là kọ́ wò. gbára lọ́lọ́run máa pè ó lè sọ fún yẹn pé ẹ bá mi pè é àmọ́ jí ó kún ìtí wọ́n pè ìwọ ò pè kankan wà á ní kẹ́nìkan pè o tún wá ní sùúrù o tún wá ní sùúrù
mọ́.
àwọn àti wọn pé tó bá ṣe pọ̀ lọ́rùn yìí o àga kan ránjọ́ kan à ń gbé lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ni bí òkè yìí ṣe wà ìtàbálà fẹ́ gòkè yìí lọ á gbé step lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ni tí yẹn lè gbé má ò tẹ̀ lè gbé méjì pọ̀ kó mọ́ ṣubú so gbàrà lọ́lọ́run. nọ́mbà 10 òun ni wípé mọ̀ pé èèyàn kì í ganjọ́ kan kó gọ́rùn o a kì í kọjọ́ orí mọ́ kéwú a kì í kọjọ́ orí mówó a kì í kọjọ́ orí pọ́n àgbàlagbà lé torí wọn náà ń padà ń bọ̀ wá dàgbà
bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń bọ̀ ń
bẹ̀ tí o bá ṣe sílẹ̀ ló máa dé bá.
àbọ̀ wá bá.
so gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí ó ti wà ńlẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń kọ́ wọn ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá dé ta ń bẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí àfà mi ń lo jíìpù níbo làfà rẹ ti rí jíìpù ẹ wo aṣọ tá àfà mi wọ̀ ẹ wo bàtà tó wà lẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ wo aago ọwọ́ ẹ̀ láì jẹ́ pé afáàyín tó lo aago kan lénìí tó lò kan lọ́la tó lò kan lọ́túnla ó ti mọ̀ pé aago mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn ẹyọ kan ti lé nínú ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn aago kìíní ìkejì tó lè lò ẹyọ kan tó lé ìkẹta yẹn o gbọ́dọ̀ mọ yọ zàká lórí ẹ̀ nítorí pé ò ní díẹ̀ ẹ̀sìn ti sọ fún ẹ pé ò ní díẹ̀ táṣọ bá ti kọjá ọjọ́ méje la ní oní wọ̀kan tó bá ti kọjá méje àti mẹ́ta díẹ̀ tó lè fún kọ́ àbí méjì nítorí òde tó bá ti kọjá mẹ́wàá o ti mọ̀ pé o ti ṣe é lé.
mọ̀ san sàkálẹ̀ lórí
ni.
àtàtọ̀ wọ̀ tó ti pọ̀ jù káyé ẹ̀ tó ní.
mọ̀ san lè lórí.
góòlù tó ní lọ́rùn mélòó ni. ọ̀rọ̀ alẹ̀ agbára rẹ̀ ò kọ́ kí ló gbé ilẹ̀ fún tó ta kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe tó bá kú ńkọ́. ibi tó ń gbé nísìnyí tá ń lé ọ ń bẹ̀ òun rówó ilé san kí ni wàhálà ẹ̀ ókè olẹ́yọ̀ kan ṣé kò tó àbí kó kọ́ ẹni tó wá kọ́lé rẹpẹtẹ olórí olòṣì ni lójọ́ tó wọn bá ti san owó fún ẹkún dé
ìrònú dé.
ẹ̀dá kan ẹ̀ wá sọ pé tá à ń lọ àwa kọ́lé náà nísìn símẹ́ǹtì wọn kìíní kan wọn gbogbo ilé tó ti kọ́ látijọ́ yìí wọ́n sọ owó ẹ̀ di mílíọ̀nù.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
báàrò bá ti rẹ okùn àrò nira díẹ̀ so tẹ bá ní pé aṣàgbọ̀dọ̀ gbélé àwa fẹ́ gbélé ilé ló wọ̀n yìí iṣẹ́ ni ò sí iṣẹ́ náà ní ń wá tẹ́rẹ́tẹ́rẹ́ ẹ wá ní ká san owó yìí tá a bá ti rí i san àwọn náà míì tá a fi rówó tá a fi san á jẹ́ pé ẹni tó pààyàn nítorí kó lè san owó ilé fún ọ ìwọ náà ti nípinnu ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó fi lọ pààyàn.
rọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ náà ní kó bọ̀ ìwọ náà ló lé léré. bàbá wa ẹ wò ó inú wa ṣé mo sọ fún yín ẹ̀yin náà ti gbọ́ wọn ẹgbẹ́ wọn ní Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ẹgbẹ́ wọn ní èdè abínibí bàbá ni wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ọlọ́run kankan fi wọ́n kẹ́ wa ni a sì dúpẹ́ nítorí pé àwa náà jẹ́ kí ni à ń mú omi mọ̀ láti ara wọn kọ́lọ̀ wájú ó dúró sí wa lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ káwá wù ní wà náà ni
ẹ̀yìn làdúrà
náà ni ká wù ní wà ní akókò ṣáà ń gbọ́ bàbá wa sì ń sọ fún wa kọ́mọ̀dé pé tún dúró dé wà lọ́jọ́ ìdájọ́ ìṣèbọ̀ gbọ́ ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa ní àárọ̀ yìí ṣùgbọ́n kinní kan ni a mọ̀ ń wo ìdílé ọkàn ọmọ ti fẹ́ẹ̀ dé ọdún ti fẹ́ẹ̀ dé ẹ bá ń bá wọn ya wa sọ̀rọ̀ torí ẹlòmíì ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹjà sí ọkọ rẹ kí ni ọmọ mi ò lè wọ́ tèṣí wọn lè wẹ̀ tí wọ́n lè ṣe owó wá ní owó wá ká lọ.
a ti sọ nísìnyí bájọba ti pọ̀ jù ẹ̀yẹ́ lè wọ tuntun tọ́lọ̀ ń bá mówó ẹ̀ wá ṣùgbọ́n tí ò bá sówó ẹ̀ mọ́ nira yín lára kò sí ní tó fà tá a fi ń wá tuntun káàkiri nítorí pé àgọ́ àponú ni.
àponú
tuntun káàkiri tó bá ti lò tán ẹ̀ẹ̀kan tó bá ti wọ̀ tó bá ti bọ́lẹ̀ ó kù tuntun ó ti dàkú wórí èyí tó kólé láti láṣẹ àtọ́ wọ̀ kí ló tó gbọ̀n kan nú ẹ̀kọ́.
gbọ́nkọ́ ayọ̀nù rẹ̀ wọ́n ní ẹ fi starch.
kí ni kò sí ní tó nídìí ta ló sọ fún ẹ pé ètò lọ ra tuntun yẹn tó bá wọ̀ ọ́ láàárọ̀ ìwọ ló máa bọ́lẹ̀ lálẹ́ fúnra ẹ jẹ́ ní sùúrù fúnra wa ẹ jẹ́ má ṣe pákáleke fún ọ̀dọ́ yín pé àfi káṣá ṣe àfẹ́ fi hàn aráyé pé àwa náà ní nǹkan kan ni èyí tá a níyẹn ká wọ̀ bọ́ ọ bá ra aṣọ tó jẹ́ 100,000 ọ̀pá tó rà ọ̀pá mẹ́wàá ní 10 million àbí 1 million àbí kí ni àbí ẹ̀kọ́ ni tẹ́nìkan bá wọ aṣọ 50,000 naira tó bá wọ̀ tó yẹ lára ẹ̀ ó gbàgbé ètò wọ̀ sọ́wọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni tó fìtì rẹ̀.
dáhùn kí ló wá fẹ́.
ó ṣaṣọ ṣàkóso fìtì ọlọ́run kò sí
very true ó ṣaṣọ ni kò ṣe fìtì.
kí ló wá fẹ́ yín parẹ́ ẹ̀ sí tó bá ti wá aṣọ ọdún yẹn tán níjọ́ kejì tó jẹ gbèsè raṣọ àbọ̀kọ̀ rẹ̀ jẹ gbèsè raṣọ ó wá wà bí ìrònú ń ronú nígbà tó jọ́ kẹta tí ò rí nírò ó kú ta ló jìyà lọ́dún tí ń bọ̀ ìwọ ni ẹ jẹ́ ayára wa ní brain àṣà àwọn olóyìnbó borrow yourself a brain nítorí pé máa rò wípé gbogbo ohun tó o bá ṣe ìwọ ló máa dájọ́ fún rẹ kọ́lọ́n tó dájọ́ fún ẹ ìwọ ló máa dájọ́ inú kóòtù ara rẹ náà ló ti dájọ́ fún rẹ
inú kóòtù ara wa náà láti ṣe
máa sọra rẹ dẹni tí mo sunkún nù yàrá tí òun rẹ níta Ọlọ́run mọ́ pa wá lẹ́kún àwa ni ká kọ́kọ́ mọ́ pa wá lẹ́kún.
adúpẹ́ bàbá wa ẹ wò wọ́n ti bá ẹ náà ni ẹ ti gbọ́ òun mọ́mì wọ́n ní ẹ fi sùúrù sí wọ́n ní ẹ fi sùúrù sí bí ò bá sí lónìí kí ni tèṣí ń kọ́ ó sì wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ní ká wá starch ká ṣe yẹyẹyẹ ká abágbáyọ̀nù le kó tún wà lọ jẹ́ steam iron ọlọ́ngbọ́ yóò gan báyìí ni nìkan ni inú àwọn ọmọ náà ò sì dùn bàbá náà ò sì kó wọn bí ká lọ yídì ká padà wálé wá jẹun ẹ wo tọdún tó ń bọ̀ yóò ṣe kí ni yóò dùn mọ̀ràn gidi ẹ wá tún wá wò ó aláàánú lọ́lọ́run ó tún wá lè gbèdé gan ó kọ̀la ó lè gbèdé ńjọ yídì gangan ó ṣẹlẹ̀ rí táwọn ọmọ tún bù sára kí ló ti ṣe èèyàn.
ó ní wọ́n ń sọ fún wa wípé bá a bá ti gbàwẹ̀ táwẹ̀ yẹn tá a ti rí i pé ó kọ̀túnla tí ó tàn láti alẹ́ ó kọ̀túnla ní ká ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pín oúnjẹ sílé gbogbo èèyàn ẹnìkan ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ kún ṣọdún.
ó kọ̀ tún la tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wọ́n ní ká ẹ mọ̀ dùn ìjọ náà.
ẹnìkan ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ kún ṣọdún là ń pè ní jákà. bọ́ ọ bá ti yọ jákà dáadáa sí bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn ẹ̀rẹ́ yóò ṣe rìn sí. kọ́ máa di pé wàá páàkì ẹ̀ sínú pálí wàá gbé lọ lẹ́mẹ́ntìs wọn nígbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. ẹja yọ jákà ẹja yọ wọ́n ń fowó yọ tó bá rí i pé o máa ní láti lọ oúnjẹ kò sí nǹkan tó ń fi sí pàtọ́mọlé rẹ̀ papọ̀ lọ́dún yìí ráìsì 3,200 lórí kan. So ó wá jẹ́ bàbá oníyàwó àbí ìyàwó méjì òdì mẹ́ta ọlọ́mọ méje ẹ̀dì mẹ́wàá 3,200 lọ́nà mẹ́wàá 32,000 wá ẹnìkan pé eléyìí náà kò sí bí ó ṣe jẹun kò sí bí ó ṣe mu fèsì envelope ẹgbà jákà mi ni o kò nídìí kóun yọ mọ́ torí kò ní kókó lọ jà kó lọ fi ra oúnjẹ bí wọ́n bá ti ń yọ̀ nulẹ̀ rẹ̀ táwọn náà ń yọ̀ kò sẹ́ni tí ó bọ́ta lọ jalè níjọ́ náà.
kò sẹ́ni tí ó bọ́ta lọ jalè.
kò sẹ́ni tí ó bọ́ta lọ pààyàn.
àdúpẹ́ mo ní àwẹ̀ wa tọdún yìí ọlọ́run yóò kú ní tẹ̀wọ́gbà ṣe ti gbọ́ kárìn bí wọn náà ní wọ́n ní kátàkátọ̀ kó wọ́n bá ṣe kíni wọ́n bá dẹrùn onídìí ṣe ti gbọ́ bàbá ṣe ṣàlàyé tá a bá ti gbọ́ tá a ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ọlọ́run àwẹ̀ wo rìn gan ni yóò rìn bí ọdún mi mẹ́wàá síbi tá a wà yìí á tún gbàtọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ mọ́ rò pé bóyá torí pé ó ti rìn ọ̀ ní ọ̀ tún gbàtọ́dún tí ń bọ̀ tá a bá ti wà láyé tá a wà láyé bàbá á mọ̀ bá yín agbára lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́run ẹ̀ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀
ọlọ́run sì yẹ mi náà lẹ́yìn náà mo rí lọ́dún tó kọjá ètò rí lọ́dún tó
kọjá àmì ọlọ́run ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ gbádùn wọn àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n láwọn gbádùn yín
ẹ ṣe
wá dúpẹ́ First Lady.
Yes, ma'am.
Go on, song,
thank you very much. Sincerely, I want to appreciate Sheikh Abdulrahman Adangba for your time on the program. It's really been, a journey that shed a lot of light to so many things for me as an individual, and I want to believe same for you out there. But before I will allow you go, Sheikh, I want you to, just give us a word of advice. Now, Nigeria is a society of, diversity. How can Islam now right so many wrongs in the land? Just briefly, as we wrap up.
You see, when you want to give something to somebody, the first thing is, have you practiced it? When you practiced it and you show people that you are practicing it, then you give it to the person. He will be very happy and obliged to take it from you. Now, the federal government is saying they want to start using the Islamic finance because the money they borrow elsewhere is killing them. But when they use the Islamic finance, it's not going to kill them. Why Islamic finance? Because it is tax Islamic finance, people will hate it for the phobia of Islam. No, is the finance good for humanity? If it is, then why are we personalizing God? In Nigeria, we personalize God too much that we don't know that religion is just a part. The real thing is how to deal with humanity, management and administration, which is what we need. So those at the helms of affairs are not using Islam. But when they see anything good in Islam, let them learn it, let them put it into use, let our situation be bettered.
Let our society be better. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I want to appreciate everyone who made today's production a successful one. It's at this juncture that we will say, we'll see you next week. Enjoy the remaining part of your weekend and have a fantastic week ahead.
Àwẹ̀ tán ojú ta jọ̀sán ẹ wo ń tán lọ wọ́n ti sọ ọ̀wọ́ náà tó kò ṣe kí ni kò ṣe eré ẹ ṣe eré ní o nìkan náà ló kù ẹ ṣeun.